I love that you mentioned that you were working with the cinematographer and he kind of said, oh, I want to work for you. I want you to write something. And you had the lead in mind. And then things changed as you met the other lead, because I think that's such an important aspect of filmmaking is collaboration and staying open. And so many parts of this film, I mean, the acting was phenomenal. And like you said, I didn't notice the poster behind you, but like one of the things that I was watching the film is you could watch the film in silent and it is just gorgeous. The color,
oh my God, thank you so much for
I can tell
saying
you
this.
so carefully crafted everything, color, you know, lighting,
Thank you.
and then in listening to it, which is so important, the music, everything was so, you could just tell how much you guys put into this and how, yes, carefully and beautifully crafted the film is. Like, I'm so impressed. I would love just to ask you about what that collaboration is, what it takes to really, you know, do that lighting and the color and the music. You know, tell me a little bit more about that collaboration and all those aspects that really make the film what it is.
Well, thank you so much for saying this. You know, as an immigrant and as a user or renter of English language, English is not my first language. It was always important for me to kind of express myself in a universal way. And one of the goals, maybe not the goal, but the dream was that if someone watches the film on the airplane without sound, they will understand what's going on. And that idea I had in my mind from the very beginning, from that outline of repetitive shots and telling the story through visuals, not necessarily through dialogue. It showed don't tell in a distilled kind of way. And that informed that idea of universality of the story of love and inspiration and finding that muse, was informing all our decisions visually. I think myself and Guillermo kind of, he's also an immigrant. He's from Barcelona, so he's a Spanish CP here in New York. We're both like legal aliens here. So it kind of like we clicked on that, and every shot and every frame was thought through from the very beginning. Like my director's book was 40 pages long for like a 17 pages script. It's kind of ambitious and long, and his was also 20 pages. And we would talk. It was definitely a collaboration, and this film is a love child of everyone who lent his or her talent for this, you know. And I was confident enough, I think, as a director, to let everyone in and listen to their ideas, because I didn't think that I would lose my own vision if I accept someone else's idea and help, you know. And I think it enhanced a lot of stuff. And you know, the visuals of like certain shots were the same. Like we would walk away from set that one night and not touch camera, just waiting for the morning to come for those overhead shots on the love story and on bed, because it was really important for me to show in the visual language of the film how the story progresses and how the character changes without saying it. And that was certainly a challenge, and I needed brilliant actors, and thankfully I got them to just be with me and trust me and be silent. And 80% of the film is silent, and the score is not, I think, leading us to feel something, which was also very important for me in my collaboration with my composer Miriam and my piano teachers, who actually wrote the main theme that I had to come up with and have in my head and in my actor's head and in my hand double practice before we started shooting. So the main theme, the main music was written before we actually shot, and the score itself is kind of like little notes here and there from the main theme. And for me, what was really important is to give the audience also a chance to come up with their own idea. What is Esther's choice? Why is she doing it? How far is she gonna go? You know, and how mentally stable is she by the end of the film? You know, so I never wanted to like, this is how it is, this is bad and this is good. I don't think that is my place, even as a filmmaker or an author of the film, to dictate what I think. I think that film art is one of those mediums that you have a chance to invite people for feedback and for a kind of a collaboration. I think my audience is my collaborator because I really want to hear what they think and what idea they have about this film, subject-wise, or like storyline-wise, or character-wise. Everything else, beauty things, I create, of course, based on my understanding of what's beautiful, what is like. There's a lot of clues left in the film that I have not direct connection to the story, but has like mythical or just like art references, and I still get like Reddit discussions of people like, oh, does this red color signify this, or is her name an allure to like this book, or it's like, and everything, it's like that is what makes me so excited. Is the future of the film, like what you put on set and in post-production, and when you write is one thing, but when the moment it is born, it has its own life, and I really like it. I love it.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. And I think that's so amazing that we didn't even get to talk, but just watching that film, I could really tell everything that you just said, and all that detail that you put into everything, and that everything it seems like you wanted to accomplish, in my point of view, you accomplished, because once you can watch this silently and understand completely, it's very universal and a beautiful message, yes, of love and inspiration, and oh my gosh, I can't begin to tell you how impressed I am with your work.
Oh, thank you so much.